All right. Let's make sure everything is good here. Should be okay. All right. We should be good. How we doing? How we doing? How we doing, everybody? Let's go ahead and share this link out here. Give me just a moment. I do want to make sure that everybody can see that we are live on my feed, so give me just a minute.
Interesting. James Blunt, maybe it wasn't so mutual. Yeah. Jan,
all right, I want to make sure that we have this. Let's see. Give me 1 second here. There we go. Okay. There we go.
Review is a formality.
All right, so we might do a couple drafts today. We'll see. Today we are definitely doing the, I guess, quote unquote Baker Stakes. It's called the Pit Bull. There's only 10 entries in it. Actually, you know what? We might ask chat what we want to do today. I don't really know which one I want to do, because we could do one Pit Bull or we could do 2 Best Ball Manias. And I already have a ton of Best Ball Mania, so I almost like my chances in Best Ball Mania a little bit more. Plus, it gives me more to do later on. So, whichever you guys prefer, let me know. I think personally, I would prefer Best Ball Mania if it was up to me. But I will do whatever you guys prefer. We could do the Pit Bull or we could do Best Ball Mania. I had to move the camera a little bit there. I want to make sure that I was kind of centered. But anywho, do we want to do Pit Bull or do we want to do Best Ball Mania? Basically, it's a 2-for-1. Is basically what we're looking at. And worst comes the worst. Worst comes the worst. You know what I'm saying? We could. I think it's best to do the Best Ball Mania piece twice. I don't know how I feel about doing the Pit Bull, because like I said, there's only 10 entries and the winner gets 120,000, which is great. Don't get me wrong, but it's already a decent size filled. It's already got 1495 and there's only 7,500 entries, and you got to place in the top 1250 to cash. And I'm only probably going to get like 1, maybe 2 entries into it. So I don't know how I feel about my odds there. That's kind of the problem I have with that. So I'd rather increase my odds in another tournament than do that. But I would do it if you guys wanted me to. So tell you what, let's start with the Hound Dog just to kind of get warmed up with the Alvin Kamara news. I did do a Hound Dog tournament earlier today, and I got Kamara right at ADP. I'll kind of show you guys where I got him at. Let's see. I'll show you guys what I got him at. And I've kind of been going through renaming my drafts on the stacks that I've been doing, just so I kind of have an update. So I went ahead and I got Watson in this one, Ritter, and Stroud. We took a little bit of a different approach. We did get a big Atlanta stack. We got Kamara at 87, so we didn't get him that far ahead of ADP, but I think it was well worth getting him where I got him, because he pairs up with Bijan and Chubb, and him being an RB3, knowing he's only going to be out 3 weeks, is phenomenal, in my opinion. So I think that's a really good sign for him. I really like that pick, along with Dante Foreman. And we also have Jalen Warren, Tajay Spears. You know, we'll see if they end up being anything. I don't know if they will or not, but we'll see. We got the Judy, Drake London, Tyler Lockett. This is probably one of my only shares at Lockett that I have. I don't have that many shares of Lockett. We'll see what happens. I don't really know how I feel about him, but we'll see. Boyd, Dobbs, Donovan Peoples-Jones, and Tank Dell. Kyle Pitts. We got another Atlanta piece here. And David Njoku. So we got the Browns and Atlanta Braves kind of going there in that one. The main thing there is we're trying to see what we can stack. You know, that's the main thing with these. So if you guys want me to do the... Let's see. What was it called? Jesus Lord. Best Ball Mania or the Pitbull, let me know. I don't know which one I want to do, but with the Kamara news, I think that we should start seeing him somewhere in the ballpark of the Miles Sanders of the world. The, I think I would take him over Damian Pierce, but it's close. It's very close with him, is where I would put Alvin Kamara right now. I think, you know, for Best Ball Mania, I think you're cooked on getting him. Luckily, I have him in quite a bit already, as you can see from my completed draft exposure. If you go to my RBs, I believe he's a top 6 or 7 owned guy. Yeah, he's 15% owned in my little portfolio here, as I like to call it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's the 7th running back most owned on my portfolio. Him and Javonte are kind of tied for the amount of drafts I've drafted him in. I drafted a lot of Kamara early. I've been laying off of him recently. I had been going Jamal Williams. As you can see, I do have a 13% ownership of Jamal. I think Jamal's still going to have a role in the offense. I just don't think it's going to be as significant as Kamara's will be. I still think Jamal could vulture touchdowns. That's the main reason I still drafted him. I barely have any Kendre Miller. I'm not a big Kendre Miller fan. I never have been, never will be, I don't think. And if I'm by some odd reason wrong, you know what? I will take that on the chin, and that's that. I do have 7% of Kendre, not a lot, but I do have a little bit of him, just to get some exposure there. But I can't say I'm a huge fan. So, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and go back here, and I guess what we're going to do is hop into a draft. I'd say we go into Best Ball Mania because that's just what I can afford. A little bit easier and get content out for you guys. So we're going to go with that. We're going to go with what we can afford and go with it. We might do the Pitbull after. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see if the chat likes the good old Best Ball Mania. All right. If you guys haven't already, also, code is PrimeTimeKG. You know what? I'm going to add that. I'm going to add that to the stream because that's going to make my life a lot easier to have like a text thing here. It's not going to look beautiful by any means, but obviously it doesn't look beautiful right now. Let me fix it real quick here. Properties. Underdog. Code. KGMakesUQuit. All right. So we are going to have that. Of course, there's not really a great place for this. We're going to stick it right here, I guess, for the time being. And I'm going to stick a background in behind it here. Give me just a second. Properties. Let me look at it real quick here. I don't know why it's not showing. Give me, yeah, hold on. I'm working on it. I need a background color, you dummies. Hit okay. I don't know why it's not showing. Oh, that's why. Okay. So we are just going to cover up the bottom here like this. Okay. That works. So now we have our code there. We're gonna move our webcam up a little, just a little here, just to make it look a little bit more appeasing. All right. What pick did we get? The 111. I've been picking late recently in drafts. I can't say I'm a huge fan of it, but we'll go with it. We will go with it. I can't say I'm, like I said, I can't say I'm a huge fan of this, but, you know, it's better than, I guess, no, I'd rather be in the middle or the beginning. This is probably the worst spot to draft. It's towards the end. I'm not a big fan because you don't get any of the elite guys that you really want, but it's okay. And you don't really get the guys that are borderline elite either. Like your Olave, your Ridley, your elite quarterback. Like that's the problem, is you just don't get what I'd like to see out of it at all. So it's tough. So you either got to reach and look stupid, or just accept where you're at and kind of flow with the draft, which is what we're going to do. That's what we do most of the time. Just see where value falls. I'm curious to see, like I said, where Alvin Kamara goes. Let me know if the music is too loud, everybody, please. I don't think the music's loud, if at all. So, like I said, let me know if the music's too loud. I'm gonna turn. Let's see. Let me check it out real quick here. I'll check it just to make sure that we're good. Let's see. Let me. All right, we should be good. Should be good. Eckler 107, Bijan at the 108. Still have Diggs there on the board. I'm sure Diggs is gonna go right here if I had to guess. Unfortunately, but is what it is. Unless he tries to get cute, I don't think he's gonna fall to me at the 111. I just don't see that happening. Yeah, this pick is just a tough one. Wow, okay. If he does fall to me, I'll be thrilled. I will be absolutely thrilled. Okay, didn't think so. So, we're gonna go ahead and go... I like CeeDee Lamb. I think he's got potential. But I think we're gonna go Devontae Adams here. I think his upside is just out of this world. We're gonna try to be a little bit different here. It's not so different that it's gonna murder me or anything like that, but I'll probably go CeeDee Lamb here, and I'm gonna take a Amon-Ra. I just want to be a little different here. I just want to be a little different because I don't have a lot of exposure to Amon-Ra. I think that stack is a little unique in the fact that you don't really typically see it that often, so he can have CeeDee Lamb, Stephon Diggs. That's a really good start, but I like where I'm at right now. We are, I think, going to try to record a video this weekend on some players that I like, so we'll see what happens with that. I have put out some TikToks and quite a bit of TikToks on content there, so y'all haven't been on TikTok. I've been putting out content over there. All right, so we got a little bit before our next pick. This is the only time in my life where I wish that I could, like, genuinely say, I wish I could listen to, like, regular music. Because YouTube doesn't really allow it, where you can listen to regular music. So that part does suck about streaming on YouTube, but it's okay. I just as well get used to it. All right. Tony Pollard at the 20 pick here over Devontae Smith, Jonathan Taylor, and Derrick Henry. Personally, I don't have a lot of Tony Pollard. Once again, I've iterated this almost every stream. I'm just not a believer in Pollard. If he ends up being good, like I've said about other players, I will take it on the chin and say I'm totally wrong. I don't see it. I just don't. So, kind of is rough for me to really expect much from him. I just don't think he is much to begin with. So that's kind of my thing there. All right, so Jalen Hurts at 22, Higgins at 23. This is the only thing I hate. Like, I can't get anybody here. That's what I don't like about it, because, like, the 3-4 turn, I don't like it nearly as well as the 2-3 turn. The 2-3 turn is a lot better than the 3-4 turn. That's just my opinion, though. I mean, y'all are entitled to your own, but just my opinion. DK over Jonathan Taylor. I'm sure Stephon, or what's his face? Josh Allen goes to Mitchie. Almost certain he will. If not, then he's not waiting past 29. It's just not happening. And if it does, then I'll be genuinely kind of surprised. If it makes it all the way to Mr. Diggs guy here, I'd be stunned. But I don't see that happening. Like I said, don't see that happening. I'd rather take Allen unstacked and try to go for like Gabe Davis later. Yeah, that's what I was saying. There's no reason to let Josh Allen fall even further. This next pick probably will be Ridley. That's what typically it's been. We'll see. So far we have a Lions and Vegas kind of thing going. I'm not gonna stack the Raiders, obviously. Just not a fan of doing that. We are, however, going to stack the Lions. We are going to try to get Swift, or Gibbs, I mean, my apologies. We are going to try to get Gibbs, and then we'll get Goff at some point. So we do have that Lions stack in a best ball format. I've never really gotten a Lions format, so too bad Hawkinson isn't there. We could do like a Lions and Vikings would be kind of gross. That'd be good. Kirk Cousins, Jared Goff. You know, I think it'd be beautiful, to be honest. We might try it, because there's not very many like overlapping guys there, and get some like mix in some other receivers that we like. Judy, you know, I've been drafting Judy quite a bit just because I'm trying to get his ownership up. I really like Judy. So with this, we might go Gibbs and Judy if we can. We're definitely taking Gibbs first, and then Judy. There's a couple other guys here that I'd take too, so it's not like we're... Wow. All right, well, that's the main guy I wanted for the Lions stack. Unfortunately, that's just not happening. So instead, we're going to pivot here and go with a quarterback that has upside out of this world with Lamar Jackson. So we're going to pivot, do something a little different. I'm a little upset that he took Gibbs. I was kind of hoping he would take Jacobs. Is what it is, I guess. Receiver wise, I think we actually might go Lions. I don't know that I really want to go Vikings. I mean, Lions really isn't necessarily a stack anymore that I think we can do. I think if we reach here and go for the Vikings, we got to fully commit to it. So if we do it, I think Hawkinson's a reach here, and we have to fully commit. And I'm not ready to commit to a stack yet, I don't think, in one of these. So we're going to go Christian Watson and go from there. See what happens here. He takes Jacobs at 39. He did end up getting Jacobs anyways. I'm trying to be a little bit unique here in this build. Let's see. I think we can look at some Ravens here in a bit. Zay Flowers. Maybe we could get like the rookie stack of Zay and Jordan Addison. Go that route. We could go or what's his face? Zay Flowers and Jackson Smith and Jigba. Get a little rookie stack kind of going. I don't know, there's some things we can do here, definitely. I think Goff is still kind of on the back burner. We'll see. We also now have Jordan Love as a choice that we can do. It's just a choice. Like I said, it's just another option that we have. Oh dang, I forgot to start Ashcraft today in baseball, and he's got through 4 innings of no runs given up. That's unfortunate. Justin Fields, Travis Etienne, DJ Moore, Joe Mixon. I'm kind of surprised to see Drake London still there. Burrow gets paired up with Chase and Higgins.
Problem is that people fear Big Brother, they scared of that. That's what I think. Wow.
I like that a lot. So he's got the whole Bengals offense there. I'm sure a lot of people are doing that at pick 2 right now. I'm sure that's a very common theme. Won't lie. I've had a few teams now where I've gotten the Bengals theme and then not gotten Burrow, and I was just kind of upset. It was like, well, you do have elite wide receivers at least. Like, it's not like you have bad receivers. Ayuk. Does Hawkinson fall here? I don't see that happening, but Hawkinson might fall. This is kind of where we start seeing the value of tight ends, I think, is how quickly we see Hawkinson go. I don't think he'll fall 5 picks, but if he does, we're looking beautiful for that. Maybe Ravens, Vikings. I don't see how he was. Like I said, I don't see how he falls here, but we'll see. Deontay Johnson goes at 54. Herbert goes at 55. I would not be shocked to see Hawkinson go. To this team. Maybe this one. Okay, he went to this one. Yeah, I was gonna be really surprised if Hawkinson fell to us. JSN goes. Okay, so we can forget that stack. I'm not drafting Dobbins because I just don't want to draft Dobbins, to be honest. I'm not a Dobbins fan at all. We could still make this Vikings thing work. We're gonna try to make it work. Go a little bit unique here. Have an Alexander Madison go. And then say Ken Walker. I think Ken Walker's a great pick. Or we could go Kittle, which I think is the cutoff for tight ends for me. We're going to go George Kittle here. Actually, no, we're going to go Ken Walker. I like Ken Walker. I think he's a solid pick there. I think if we go with those two, we can start looking towards, you know, a Seattle stack. Potentially. Even though we're not going to have maybe the receivers necessarily. We could start looking at a small stack with the Lions still. Small stack with Vegas or Green Bay. I think Green Bay is probably the most likely that we get. We're up in 14 picks. We got a little bit to go here. I don't really have a lot of Ken Walker too, so that kind of helps me there. I've been kind of waiting to grab him a little bit. So Damian Pierce goes here. Jordan Addison. Cam Akers. Surprised we haven't seen Dobbins go yet. There goes Dobbins. JT and Dobbins, you're going in ballsy. There goes Pickens. I do like what he's doing at wide receiver here. And he picks Dotson, so he's got 6 wide receivers that you can say week in and week out you can rely upon. He's built it out where he can do that with Justin Jefferson, DK, London, Kirk, Pickens, and Jahan Dotson. They're all different bye weeks as well, which is just I think that's a really good build right there so far. I don't know that he's going to have to draft a wide receiver the rest of the way. We'll see, though. 7 picks here. Mitchie 11 takes Darren Waller off the board here. Goddard goes next. I've seen Darren Waller kind of start to creep up boards a little bit, which just feels dirty to me. I don't know why, but it does. Feels very dirty. Javonte. Let's see kind of if we have a few guys we're looking at here. We'll kind of look and see if we can complete it here. Let's see. Guy behind me is doing the exact same strategy we are, so we're gonna want to take a tight end probably the following back-to-backs. Not this one necessarily, but David Montgomery, that guy has 4 running backs, which is just an odd build. I hate this build personally. I hate having 4 elite ones. I've done it before. I just don't like it. Doesn't ever really work right. So, kind of avoided it. All right, Treylon Burks going there. Let's see. It's a good pick there. I think what we're gonna do is secure our stack. We're gonna secure a stack here and hope it pans out for us. James Conner goes. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Great. Kamara falls to us here. I love it. I love it, love it, love it as an RB3. With Ken Walker and Madison holding down early. I love this. I love what we're getting here. Getting him at pick 86, I think that is still a good value for him right now. And we ended up stacking Lamar with Zay. I think now this opens up an opportunity for us to build stacks even better, because we could put Derek Carr here and get Taysom Hill at tight end and have a decent little stack there. We could do Jawan Johnson, since we don't really have that many of Jawan Johnson. There's several different things we could do with that stack. Another thing that we could potentially do is just draft A-Rich and totally go independent of stacks. There's a lot of different choices here that we have now, so... Oh, give me just a second. Let's see. What's wrong? No shit. You could just say, hey, babe. Wait. Thank you. All right. Okay. Did they not give us Charles? Nice.
Did you notice anything good?
All right. We got some Taco Bell for us, chat. Might be some of the worst food ever, but hey, it is what it is. All right, so 9 picks. Michael Thomas at 98. That's an interesting choice. I'm not a big fan of that. Odell. Odell and Rashad going back to back there. Here's what we're going to look at doing. I don't know that there's much here that we can build on with this team other than Charbonnet, but I don't really want to go Charbonnet. With the way this draft has gone, I almost think it's best a Denver stack could be viable. Go with like a Samaj AP Ryan. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go Samaj AP Ryan here. We'll reach on Dulcich.
Yeah, you don't.
There's 15 picks here. Okay. We typically have to wait, what, 20 picks, roughly. We're gonna go grab him. Grab your guy. Even though it might be a slight reach, just grab your guy. Bobby Witt just hit a home run, fellas. Kid is just on a tear. Dear Lord. You gotta love it. Dude is a certified stud. Take a few of my Scoops chips here and dip them in the nacho cheese.
Chicken?
Well, Daniel Jones. No Giants, though. Interesting. What about Kirk? He has Hawkinson, so he does have a stack there. I'm kind of surprised that he went Daniel Jones with no stack. Maybe he's banking on getting Hodgins later. Which I don't hate it, to be honest. Genuinely, I don't hate it. I'm not gonna make you guys watch me eat, so I'm just gonna hide myself here. Still talk, but just gonna hide myself. Make sure if y'all haven't already, drop a like down on the live stream. Helps get it out there. Feeds the algorithm a little bit. I thought I was gonna go with a lion stack at the beginning of this. This is kind of why you leave your playbook open, or at least try to. You know, if you can leave your playbook open, you're open to a multitude of things here. You could go Denver stack, you could go New Orleans stack even. You know, there's quite a few things you have here. That can work if you get sniped. You could go lion stack still. There's several things you can do. Kobe Myers goes there. That was another option that we could have had, but I just wasn't into that. A Vegas stack to me is just not a very good stack. I don't have any faith in that team at all. Outside of Devontae Adams, I really just... Jacobs maybe. But I just don't have any faith in that team. What I'll be real curious to see is how far Jamal Williams goes. And he goes as soon as I say it. Right on pace with ADP, which is kind of surprising. I'm a little surprised by that. Zay Jones. So unless they go Jared Goff, Russ here, I'm good. We might be able to get both. Well, I don't know that we necessarily need to go that deep into that. We're gonna go Russ. I like it. We'll go with it. Rock with it. I think we're gonna take our last running back here. You know what? Actually, yeah, we're gonna pass on that. We're gonna reach her quite a bit. I think it's not really quite. Yeah, it is. It's quite a bit of a reach. Yeah, we're just gonna take our last running back here in Algier. I'm okay with Algier being my last running back here. I'm okay with it. Definitely better than what I expected it to be, so that's good. I have to clean off my mouse. Elijah Mitchell, Jared Goff. We considered Jared Goff. I don't know. I haven't done this stack very often, so I don't get to do my Denver Broncos that often. I don't get to do Broncos Country Let's Ride very often.
Why did you get it so big?
Major reach on Derek Carr. Well, I guess it's not a major reach, but I will say I'm glad I took the stack while I could. Of Denver. We're gonna see what happens here. I do have a couple picks in mind here, so if I get sniped, I get sniped. Kendra Miller going at 151. Kind of thought he'd go a little later than that, but it is past ADP, which is about right. It's really hard to have confidence in Kendra Miller going forward. He needs help at running back. His receivers are good, though. You guys have a Seattle stack there. I personally just don't see Seattle being a throw-first team, ever. It just doesn't feel right to me. Pete Carroll's never been a throw-first kind of coach, so... And that leaves Marvin Mims for us. Come swoop in and grab. So we got P. Ryan, Mims, and Greg Dulcich for a nice little stack there. I do think that's a really good stack. We're gonna go DJ Chark here. I think he's got boom week potential. That's the biggest reason why I'm saying yes to DJ Chark. His boom week potential.
I got free. So if you ever want to get free, it's free. It's Irish. I got this channel teaching. Not myself,
Rashid Shaheed goes off the board. Ashcraft has had a great night tonight for the Reds. Houston's winning 4-1, and Jordan has nothing to show for it. What the heck, Jordan? Yainer Diaz with another home run. The dude is just on another level right now. Truly, he's just on another level. Tampa Bay, it looks like we got Paredes with 2 ribbies. Siri with the 2-run shot. I know we're doing a football draft, but I still like my baseball. Lane Thomas with the home run. Ellie De La Cruz, Nick Senzel, and Matt McClain with 3 home runs. 3-1 score. 2 of them came in the first inning, and Ellie's came in the third. Interesting. Tampa Bay just scored. How, I don't know, but... not really sure. Let's see. KC versus Philly. 2-2. Obviously, I said Bobby Witt had a home run. Big old Nick Castellanos has a homer as well. Let's see. Blue Jays 3-2. Whit Merrifield has a home run. Vlad has a home run. Jalen Duran has a home run for the Boston Red Sox. Jalen Duran, what a story. Sad thing that I dropped him And yeah, I'm kind of sad about it. Chicago versus Cleveland. It is 2-2 ball game. Got some interesting games. Mets and Orioles are 0-0 right now. So there's that tidbit. Not a bad little slate of baseball here.
Oh, shit. Wow. Okay, well,
Let's see.
So Phillips is basically saying, I can't find an iPod.
We just talk about the families. We don't do anything unless we get just further instructions.
4 picks. Just chilling and waiting, man. Just chilling and waiting. Man, everybody got the blue checks now. You gotta love it. Hodgins, Samuel, Mechie. Mechie's one of the guys I really like, though. That I will say. I do like Mechie. I like me some Mechie. Michi Mechie. 2 picks. All right. We definitely need a tight end. We're gonna go Juwan Johnson probably. Take somebody a little different than we usually do. I'm gonna go Juwan here. I think there's still upside with Juwan. Not as much as, you know, with Taysom there, and I think with Kamara coming back, we'll see. But we'll see. We'll see. Tight end room there is a little bit thick for what I like. I think you could also go ahead and take Jordan Love in a stack with Christian Watson. I think we're going to take a third quarterback here. Go ahead and do that with Lamar Jackson. I do like doing that, so we're going to go ahead and do that. So let's look at the team so far. We got Lamar Jackson, Russell Wilson, Jordan Love. Running backs, we have Alexander Madison, Kenneth Walker, Alvin Kamara, Samaje Perine, and Tyler Algier. At receiver, we have Devontae Adams, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Christian Watson, Zay Flowers, Marvin Mims, DJ Chark, and at tight end, we have Greg Dulcich and Juwan Johnson. We have the nice little Denver stack. We have a couple New Orleans pieces. We have Baltimore kind of stacked with Zay and Lamar. I can't really get much more than that. I'm going to try to get Gus Edwards, I think, just to have another piece of that offense in here as well. And we might go Isaiah Likely as the third tight end. That actually might be our next 2 picks, to be honest. Is a guy like Gus and a guy like Isaiah Likely. I think Gus might be gone. Oh, Likely's gone. That's unfortunate. They took Likely super early, which kind of makes me sad. I don't know when they took Gus Edwards either. Yeah, jeez, they took Gus, dude. They took everybody early. Ouch. Okay. Well, never mind that. I was gonna get Isaiah Likely to maybe stack up with Lamar. Let's see. All right, I'm done eating now, so I can kind of put my face back on here. All right. I just didn't want y'all to have to watch me eat. There's not really any Green Bay pieces I'd be interested in adding here. That's tough. Musgrave is a guess an ad that we could have. I'm not a big Musgrave guy. But at the same time, I feel like it's kind of one of those things that you need a third tight end and you need him to start. And Musgrave has no competition there at all. So I guess that's something we could do. I'm not thrilled about it, but it's not, you know, it's the last rounds. I don't think you're supposed to be thrilled about doing anything in the last rounds. And as far as my Raven stack, I just don't know. We could go Melvin Gordon. I just don't really see a reason to. I just don't see a reason to. We could go Marquez Callaway, who signed with the Broncos and is very well aware of Sean Payton's offense. I think that might be what we do, is kind of take a reach here on Marquez. I know not very many people are going to have Marquez, especially in a stack with Russ. You know, you get that kind of a stack in a tournament like this and it hits. You're feeling really, really good. So that might be what we do. Somebody took Musgrave. Dang it, man. We're going to have to go the most boring tight end of all time and go Hayden Hurst, I guess. Jordan Mason. I love that pick. I love that pick. I don't see very many people taking him, but if Elijah Mitchell actually is hurt and Jordan Mason ends up being the backup there, that's beautiful. We're gonna go really boring pick here and go Hayden Hurst. I hate it that I am going Hayden Hurst, but I'm going Hayden Hurst. I don't like Hayden Hurst much. We'll put it that way. If y'all haven't already, make sure y'all drop a like on the live stream. Also, we have been drafting every single day, so we're trying to... We won't be keeping up with every single day, just forever. But we are doing it while we can, so... Marquez Callaway is going to be our final pick there as a kind of sleeper option here. So we do have 7 receivers, 5 running backs, 3 tight ends, and 3 quarterbacks. Kind of review it one more time here. Lamar Jackson, Russell Wilson, Jordan Love at quarterback. Running back, we have Madison, Kenneth Walker, Alvin Kamara, Samaje Perine, and Tyler Algier. At receiver, we have Devontae Adams, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Christian Watson, Zay Flowers, Marvin Mims, DJ Chark, and Marquez Callaway. Tight end, we have Dulcich, Jawan Johnson, and Hayden Hurst. Now, going back to the board, I don't really see anywhere that we necessarily could have turned it around and went different direction. Other than the Alexander Madison pick, I think if I had to redo it all, I'd probably swap Alexander Madison for, like, JSN. It's probably what I would have done, gone JSN, Kenneth Walker, and built out a Seahawks stack that way. That's probably what I would have done a little differently, but it is what it is. I think we did well still. Overall, I think we did pretty well. Let's see. All right, so that concludes that draft. I think that's going to conclude the stream as well. Appreciate everybody who came and watched. If you guys have any questions, leave them down in the comments. I will help you guys out. I will answer every comment in your fantasy questions for the upcoming year. As you can see, I do have quite a bit of drafting done already this year. That was my 46th Best Ball Mania draft. So we do have quite a bit of drafting done this year already. So if you guys have any questions with anybody, ADP-wise, value-wise, my favorite picks, my least favorite picks, or, I mean, you know, questions about who you should take, this guy or this guy, keeper questions, dynasty questions, anything of that nature, I am here for you. If you guys enjoyed it, like I said, leave a like, drop a comment, turn on the little bell notification for when I go live. We try to go live, you know, 3 times a week, 4 times a week. So we'll see what happens here. But anyways, I will see you guys in the next one. Until next time, I am off here. I'll see y'all later. Have a